Welcome to Pre-Snap Podcast, presented by LineStar app. Here's your host, Casey Bubba and Scott Bogman.
And welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Pre-Snap Podcast, brought to you by the wonderful people at LineStar Sports. Make sure you check them out on Twitter at LineStar app and at LineStar NFL. And most importantly, download the app in the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store. Everything you need in the palm of your hands to build your winning DFS lineups. But we don't care about that today per se, because we're doing picks and bets. That's what
right.
We're doing up in here. Week 10 picks and bets. And week 9 was a mess, so we're going to get you the best we can do in week 10. You can find me on Twitter at BDentrick and my co-host, as always, on Twitter at Bogman Sports. Scott Bogman, how we doing, man?
I'm doing good. Look, the refs gave the my Steelers a free win. So I was happy about that, and it wasn't a free win, obviously, but it was a good win. I was happy to see it on Monday night. I know a lot of people are not happy about it. Referees were very screwy, but obviously we talked about that a little bit earlier. But this week is the Lions, so I expect them to win again and be 6-3 and pretty good in the AFC. But you can only beat the teams in front of you. So fingers crossed.
Yeah, I didn't see the picture until after we recorded on Monday, but the outfit that Moss was wearing in the post-game interview, how do you release a guy that wears clothes like that? Like, got straight from Vikings.
Yeah, you talking about Cassius Marsh?
Marsh, yeah. That was wild.
It looked like he was on the cast of Empire. Is that what you just said?
I said Vikings.
Oh, Vikings, yeah.
Or he could be on the next Mad Max movie, for all I know.
Yeah, it was a crazy outfit, but he was also right. I'm interested to see how much the NFL fines him for referee comments because I think he's making the veteran minimum. It's not like he's swimming in dough over there. Way more than you and me, obviously. But
he's renting Tom Segura's house in L.A.
I guess you're doing okay then.
You never know. Got to be doing pretty good. But yeah, no, that was bad. And that's where he should be allowed to say whatever he wants because there's no accountability on the ref side of things. Like, hey, let's go.
They have like, I guess a journalist will go and interview the head ref after the game, but it's only one journalist. I think it's from a local place. And so they put out all the stuff and it was like, well, the player ran into you after. Was that had anything to do with it? He said, nope. That wasn't it at all. So I don't know. It was just a really wacky game. So let's leave that wackiness in week 9. Let's get back to normalness.
Wacky week 9. Let's go to week 10, and we're going to kick things off with the Thursday night special. My Miami Dolphins host the Baltimore Ravens, the Red Hot Ravens, who got another W in a squeaker in overtime against the Vikings. Baltimore's minus 7.5 on the road, over under 46.5, and Tua is still a game time decision, Bugman.
Yeah, I don't think Tua's going to end up playing this game.
I don't think he does either.
But I mean, who do you pick? Both these teams are bad against the spread. Miami's 3-5-1. Baltimore is 3-5. So they're both not fantastic. I just don't trust your team. I do not trust them at all.
I don't blame you.
I'm going to take Baltimore in this game, but I'm also going to take the over here. Just because 46.5. I don't know, man. You get to a 27 to, a 28-20 game, something like that, and that game goes over. The Ravens' worst pass defense in the NFL. So I think that the Dolphins should be able to toss it a little bit and at least in a comeback. And we'll talk about Jacoby Brissett and possibly playing him in your showdown, on the other show here. But I like this game to go over. I think I like the over more than I like Baltimore, but I'm going to take Baltimore and lay the points even on the road here.
Yeah, I like the over more as well. So I'll take the over, but I'm going to take the Miami Dolphins. And this is not a homer pick. This is more of a Baltimore just lets teams hang around pick. This is what they do. And
they really do. Yeah.
They just let them hang around. They play to the level of their competition. And the thing with Brissett is he's not great, but he's not horrible either. Like he's
a veteran backup.
Yeah. So like on a short week where both teams are kind of disadvantaged, I'd like the veteran. I'll take the veteran backup besides like a young backup. So give me Miami, give me the over. Just be a close game, please. Give me some semblance of hope. That'd be great. Tampa Bay at Washington. Tampa Bay off the bye week, minus 10 on this one, over under 51.5. And if people listen to Monday's show, you will know there are a lot of high totals this week or high spreads this week.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of, we get it in college too. There's not a lot of ranked teams going up against each other, right? So that's kind of what we see here. Both these teams going off the bye, so there's not an advantage there, which is nice. I think I'm going to take Washington against the spread here. I just think they can hang around, and Heineke can throw the ball. He can throw the ball on this bad secondary and maybe hit a couple big plays downfield. But I'm definitely going with the over here because Washington's defense is horrific. And if it does get out of hand, it's going to get out of hand on the Tampa Bay side, and they're not going to hesitate to put up points and points and points and points. So give me Washington and give me the over here.
We should get Gronk back this week, but we might lose Godwin, so that'll be interesting. Still no AB, which makes this interesting as well. I'm going to take the home dog. Give me the Washington football team on this one. Sorry. Put a dollar in the tip jar.
They're only that team for 36 years of your life.
Yep, exactly. So give me the Washington football team on this one. I'll take the over as well because both defenses are just atrocious. But I have a feeling if Washington covers, it has to go under. So we'll see how this one goes. Your game, Detroit at Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh -8, over under 42.5. We might get no Chase Claypool this week.
Yeah, probably. I would think they sit him. I don't think they'll need him in this game. But look, I'm going to take Detroit against the spread in this game. I know it's in Pittsburgh, but Detroit's coming off the bye week. They are, what would we call them? What would be the descriptor here, Bub? Feisty?
They're pests.
Pests is a great one. And Pittsburgh, if you're not beating Chicago and Matt Nagy against the spread, and you're letting Justin Fields have the number one PPR or PFF ranking
of the week,
what the hell? So give me Detroit. I'll also take the over in this game. Pittsburgh's defense didn't play up to snuff last week, specifically the secondary, but Detroit is going to get run on. I think Pittsburgh puts up some points here too. So probably more confident in the over than taking the points, but I'm going to take these points. These big spreads have not been playing out the way we expect them to, and some of these games haven't been playing out the way we expect them to. I'm not going to. Week 9 is a week where you wrap it up and throw it away. Yep. So I'm not going to hold on to week 9, but the rest of this season, the Steelers don't love to cover. So give me Detroit and give me the over.
Yep, I've been fading Pittsburgh all season. For the most part, it's been just fine. I'm going to continue doing that with the Detroit Lions covering off the bye week. A +8. Like if Dan Campbell can't get the boys up after a bye week, then he might need to go back to South Park. That's all I know there. So give me Detroit +8 in this one, but I'm going to take the under. I think it's an ugly football game where both teams slow it down. Some turnovers in play here. It's an ugly, ugly football game with Detroit and the under for me in that one. Cleveland at New England. New England -1.5, over under 45 in this game. And this is a fun one. We kind of, in our look ahead, Bogman, I think we thought the wrong team might be favored.
I still kind of feel like that, but Nick Chubb and Demetric Felton going on the COVID list is big. Now, look, they only need 2 negative tests. They're both vaccinated. They can both get back in this game. So if we get one Thursday, as this comes out, we record this real late Wednesday night into Thursday morning. So if we get some negative tests for them on Thursday, I'm still going to be, I'm going to take Cleveland here because I think that's going to happen. And even if it doesn't, I'm more looking at the matchup of Myles Garrett against Mac Jones. Mac Jones made a pretty big mistake twisting Brian Burns' ankle last week and apparently not calling to apologize to him. And Brian Burns kind of laid the, I hope we see them again. And I wish all my fellow defensive players happy hunting, right? So do you think Garrett ain't going to get to
Garrett will swing a helmet at you, so watch out.
Right. So I think the Cleveland defense comes after that rookie Mac Jones and makes him miserable. So give me Cleveland in this game. I'm also going to take the under as well. I don't love going with the public, but I'm going to roll with the public on that one.
Yeah, that was the closest thing to a bounty that we're going to get these days. That was pretty much like, hey, guys, I got some drinks for us.
So.
We'll be hang out later. Like, make it happen. So that was pretty good stuff. But Mac Jones, he screwed up. He screwed up in a big way. I'm gonna take New England though. I'm gonna take New England on this one. -1.5 at home. It's not. I wouldn't bet either side personally.
Right.
But give me New England and give me the under as well. I'll go with you on this. I think it's another boring, slow football game. Jacksonville at Indianapolis. Indianapolis minus 10.5 at home. Over under 47.5. And I know I'm going to take the chalk on this one.
So you're telling me that you don't think we saw the we didn't see the breakout of the Jags here beating Buffalo? That was just a weird crumple it up and throw it away game?
That is correct, Bogman. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, yeah, me too. So I just want to make sure you're with me. Give me the Colts, and I'm going to take the under because Jacksonville still can't score. So give me the Colts and give me the under in this game. The Colts are good against the spread. The Jags are not. Obviously, last week was different. I don't know what the hell happened. I think that was more Buffalo beating themselves than Jacksonville beating 100%. Buffalo. So Colts in the under here.
Yeah, the Colts saw that, and that's like the best thing a head coach can see is if you want bulletin board type material, it's like don't be the Bills. That's like it's so easy to say that. So, and it's a divisional game. Give me Indianapolis. I saw Carson Wentz's wife supposed to have their child on Sunday, and he's still going to play. He said, "I'll see you after the game." Yeah. So I expect that to be a fun one. I'll take the over though. I'll take the over in this one. I think Indianapolis puts up 30+ themselves.
Yeah, they very well could.
Atlanta at Dallas. Dallas minus 10, over under 54.5, and Dallas coming off an extremely disappointing game against the Broncos.
You know, it's funny because they were real bad. They're 7-1 against the spread. That was their loss against the spread was the Denver game, which is very, very surprising to me. Dallas also tends to play towards the over. I think Atlanta also they do 5-3 as far as the over goes. So I'm going to take. I'm definitely taking the over. I'll say that because both these defenses have some holes. Dallas in the secondary, Atlanta on the line. This 10 number is so good, Bob.
Yes, it is.
Give me the Falcons.
Yeah.
Once again, I said I'm going to try to not roll with the big lines anymore. So give me the Falcons. Give me the over.
Yep, I'll take the Dirty Birds as well. Dallas's defense is too suspect to let Atlanta hang around. That's all I have to say. They're going to keep it close enough, and eventually Pitts is going to have another game. It's coming. So Atlanta over should be a nice fantasy one for the Friday DFS show as well. New Orleans at Tennessee. Tennessee minus 3, over under 45.5. The class of the AFC takes on a possibly Kamara-less Saints team.
Yeah, I hate this game because with Kamara, I'm definitely going with New Orleans because I think Tennessee, everyone's saying the best team in the AFC. I think they are completely overrated. But I think most teams I don't know who's good in the AFC. I know my Steelers aren't. Buffalo just lost to Jacksonville. Baltimore got smoked by Cincinnati. Cincinnati got smoked by the Jets. Who is good? Kansas City sucks. The Chargers can't stop the run.
The Raiders.
The Raiders aren't that good. Maybe they're the best team.
They're close to the top. That's how bad it is. And they've had
so much screwy nonsense going. We're going to find out on Sunday night. That's going to be an interesting game.
It's a really good thing we got an extra week. That's all I know.
Yeah. I'm going to take Tennessee because they're at home and we might be without Kamara and a starting quarterback for New Orleans. But I'm definitely hitting the under in this game because if Kamara ain't there, I don't know what New Orleans is doing to score. And, Ryan Tannehill won that game with less than 200 yards passing. Adrian Peterson looked old and slow. So I don't know what the answer is at running back for Tennessee, but give me the Titans and give me the under.
Yep, give me the Titans in the under as well. I like Tennessee to win this game pretty handily. I just don't see New Orleans scoring much. They're going to use a lot of Ingram, a lot of Taysom Hill potentially. It's going to be as much as they can to slow things down, but I like what Tennessee's doing. So give me Tennessee in the under as they continue to tell people that they are the class of the AFC. Buffalo at the Jets. Buffalo minus 13, over under 47.5. And back-to-back big spread weeks, Buffalo has failed to cover. Do they make it 3 in a row, Bogman?
Yeah, I'm not going to, I've laid it twice and lost twice. So give me the Jets against the spread here with this 13. And Mike White was announced as the starter. Zach Wilson's still not ready to come back.
You put the proper title to his name, please.
Magic Mike White.
Yes.
Excuse me. Pardon me. And also, look, I really like what I saw from Mike White in that one drive on Thursday night.
Real good.
Yeah. I mean, he looked great. He brought them down the field and they scored a touchdown. He loves Elijah Moore. It's working. And look, even if Mike White, something happens with him, he's, not good or whatever, Josh Johnson looked pretty good too.
Yeah.
So I think this team can score. So I'm more I'm actually pretty confident on both sides of this game, but I
That's
think
a recipe for disaster.
it is absolutely, especially with what I've been doing this year. But give me the Jets and give me the over. And I think I'm more confident. I'm actually more confident in the Jets because Buffalo just hasn't been. They haven't been covering these spreads.
And no, Bogman has not been drinking, folks. Like I agree,
no.
I'm taking the Jets in the over as well. But to say I'm more confident in the Jets for anything is a bold statement to be made.
Very true.
But yes, Jets in the over for me as well. Like Buffalo, I think is the better team easily. I'm not denying that, but I like what Magic Mike's doing, and that back door is going to be open all game long. So I'm a fan of what he's got going. It is funny that him and Josh Johnson both look better than Wilson, like markedly better. So yeah, give me some Magic Mike on in New York against the Bills. Should be a fun one. Minnesota at the Los Angeles Chargers. Chargers -3 over under 52.5. This should be our bonanza of a game.
I despise this game. Dalvin Cook has got some off the field stuff.
I heard. Okay, well, real quick before I'll let you go, there's a fantasy football guy. He does work for the Footballers, I think, but he's also a full-time lawyer. So he had a great thread on it. He looked at the police report and other similar situations in football. Blah blah blah. The fact that there's no police, there's no charges,
and it's a civil case.
Yeah. That's the thing. He broke it all down. As bad as it is, and how it looks like Cook's a horrible human being, nothing will probably happen until the season.
So did Tyreek Hill, right?
That's what I'm saying. Nothing will probably happen until the season's over. So
right.
As bad as it is, Cook's going to be playing.
Yeah, I think I'm going to take Minnesota in this game because what we talked about before with the Chargers, worst run defense in the NFL. It's not getting better. So I think Dalvin Cook goes crazy. And I don't really care if Dalvin Cook doesn't play this game. If the Vikings decide to Deshaun Watson him and post him up on the sidelines until whatever gets settled, Alexander Madison will come in and roll right over these guys. So I like the Vikings in the game. I'm going to take the under just because it's a big total of 52.5. So I hate the over here. I think I'm more confident in Minnesota. I'm not very confident in them. And I'm going to switch. I'm going to go to the over. I can't do it. 52.5. Yeah. Neither one of these teams play defense. So,
nope. Yeah. Not at all. I'm with you. I'm on Minnesota in the over. I think they're going to run the ball down the Chargers' throat. But at the same time, Chargers are going to throw all over that Minnesota secondary. Like you saw what Lamar did. Herbert can do the same thing. It's going to be a back and forth. Just as long as there's not a bunch of stupid turnovers, it's going to be a back and forth football game. And Minnesota, I think, might win this thing, though, because of their running game between Madison, Cook, whoever does it. They'll be able to take some damage and get the over as well. So I like that one. I like the over almost more than Minnesota, to be honest. But I think there's a lot of points in this game. Carolina at Arizona, we might not get Kyler Murray again. And honestly, I'd rest him too. Sam Darnold, he's going to be out for at least 4 weeks because he has of all people that have an incomplete fracture, it had to be Sam Darnold. That's just the best headline. The best headline I've ever seen.
Well, it was going to be complete, and then Robbie Anderson dropped it. So
there, bing, bazinga. Arizona's -10.5, over under 44 bugs.
Hate it. Hate everything about this game. I think the line is perfect at 10.5 because I think the Cards win by 10. So I'll take the Panthers and lay the points because I don't think Kyler Murray plays in this game. Colt McCoy did it for 1 week. Can he do it for 2? I hope so, but I'm not, completely convinced. He hasn't played in a long time. This total is good too. I'll take the over, just in case Murray plays and Hopkins plays and the Cardinals are back to clicking on all cylinders and all that stuff. But Carolina plays some good defense, so Carolina in the over here.
Give me a little pow Colt McCoy. I'm taking Arizona in this game because I have zero faith in that Carolina offense at all. Zero faith.
I just like the Carolina defense. That's more my thing.
That's fair.
And if it's Colt McCoy, now they're down Edmonds and now they're down Hopkins. I'm guessing if Murray doesn't play, Hopkins won't play also.
Makes sense, yeah.
So, why would you play one of them, not the other? Just rest them both. Now you're down to James Conner. You kind of become one-dimensional. That's the whole thing for me. So
we shall see. But I'll take Arizona, and I'll take the under in this game. So we're going to go Apotaco on this one, Bogman. Could be the deciding factor this week to see if I keep my reign of dominance or not. Philadelphia, Denver, -2.5, over under 45.
I like Denver in this game. I think Philly is unbelievably overrated. We just saw the Broncos play some inspired football in Dallas. This is a letdown spot, right? I understand that. The NFL doesn't have letdown spots. That's a college thing. If you have a letdown spot in the NFL, your head coach probably needs to go, right? So I think that Denver's going to come out firing here. I love Teddy B throwing the ball deep. Darius Slay a little banged up in this game as well. I'm going to take Denver Broncos, and I'll go with the under just because, look, the Broncos playing that great defense last week. I don't know how many points Philly's going to put up. So give me the Broncos, give me the under.
I'm taking Denver as well. We saw Philadelphia last week allow their 5th quarterback to complete 80% or more passes. That is unbelievable. What can Teddy do? Teddy can check it down, keep it simple, then throw it deep from time to time. So I like Denver to do their thing on this horrific Philadelphia defense. And I don't know what to make of this Philadelphia offense. So give me Denver and give me the under on this one as well. We're on the same page on this game. It's a bad.
I don't like that.
Game.
We've been on a lot of them.
A lot of the same ones. So this could be you might be in for a good week, Boggs. I'm just saying.
Oh, okay. All right.
Final game of the Sunday day game action. Seattle at Green Bay. Green Bay -3.5, over under 49. The return of Russell Wilson. The likely return of Aaron Rodgers. Lambeau Field. Pissed off A-Rod. There's not enough points in the world.
Green Bay in the over. I mean, Aaron Rodgers doesn't need to be there in practice. He's done it all before. Yep. He's seen it all before. He knows how to make every check. Blah, 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 blah. Seattle's defense is still not good. So I love Green Bay and the over here. Green Bay also, I believe, 8-1. 8-1 against the spread.
Yep.
So
Jordan Love 1-0 against the spread. My man.
Yeah. So give me Green Bay and give me the over.
Yeah. Before I give you my picks, which you already know what they are, did you see Devontae Adams' press conference when they asked him if they think the Green Bay be a great spot for OBJ?
What did he say? I didn't see it.
It was priceless. It was the best, sure but no. It was last game he had 1 catch for 6 yards, so if he's good for 2 for 12, then we'll take him. That was the best yeah but no.
Oh God.
Yeah, I'm taking Green Bay in the over.
Yeah, Green Bay in the over.
Sunday night football, Kansas City on the main stage versus the Las Vegas Raiders. Raiders are underdogs by 2.5, over under 51.5. Wrong team favored.
Yeah, I mean, how can you trust Kansas City, right? They've been terrible. I don't know how exactly you trust Las Vegas with all the screwiness going on there and everything, but Kansas City plays terrible defense. Pat Mahomes has been inaccurate and has so many turnover-worthy plays. It's unbelievable. So I don't know. We all think that Kansas City is going to flip the switch, right? It's not really a thing in the NFL, though. What's more of a thing is a Super Bowl hangover, making the Super Bowl 1 year and then not getting back the next year. They made it 2 years in a row, but I think maybe that 2 years in a row is starting to catch up here. Tom Brady's like the only guy that can will his team constantly deep to the playoffs. So I think this is a Vegas win. They're at home. They've been the better team. I'm also going to take the under here because I just don't really trust Kansas City to put up points right now. The floodgates can open at any point, which makes them, tricky, difficult, whatever, word you want to use to describe them. But I got to go. I'm going to pick against Kansas City until the floodgates do open. So give me Vegas in the under.
I'll take Vegas as well. It's pretty impressive when you see stats out there about how much pressure is put on Patrick Mahomes on regular passing situations. It's insane how bad that O-line is. Pretty much Tua is the only one that says, yeah, hold my beer. But it's pretty crazy. But give me Vegas, but give me the over in this one. I think the Chiefs score enough because the Raiders defense is that bad, but not enough to win. I think the Raiders win this one outright at home on Sunday Night Football. Rams at the Niners for Monday Night Football. Rams -3.5, over under 49. Rams coming off a very tough loss against Tennessee.
Yeah, and they didn't look good either. But the Niners haven't looked good for a while here. The Niners, one of the worst teams against the spread, 2-6 so far this year against the spread. The Rams 4-5, so both under here. I'm just going to go with my gut. My gut says that the Rams are the better team. and I think they bounce back. I think you get that one bad Matt Stafford game, and now he's going to be back to concentrated, ready to rock, and ready to sling at Matt Stafford. So I'll take the Rams. 49 is such a good number. I wouldn't touch it in a million years. I'll take the under just because I want to see what this defense looks like. Hopefully Von Miller's going to play. I want to see what they look like with the complete defense here. And Debo's a little nicked up. Jimmy G sucks. So Rams and give me the under.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Rams as well, even though every ounce of my body says the Niners somehow cover this game, somehow. But I'm going the Rams because they should take care of business here. But I'm going to take the over. Give me the Rams. Give me the over, like a 31-27 type game. Something big. There's going to be some points to be scored on Monday Night Football. So I am all about it. But what else you guys should be all about? The LineStar YouTube channel. If you want to see the goofy faces Bogman makes at me for my dumb comments on this show, highly recommend checking it out. Give it a little subscribe. You'll get alerted every time we jump on. So LineStar YouTube, or if you'd like to listen, give us a rate and review on iTunes. We truly would appreciate that as well. But that'll do it for the Week 10 picks and bets segment as usual. Make sure you check out LineStar on Twitter at LineStar App and at LineStar NFL. Check out Bogman at Bogman Sports. I'm at BD Andrick. We'll be back with you guys with a special Thursday Showdown Slate podcast. And then on Friday, your usual DFS main slate preview. But for now, catch you all later.
See ya.
Thanks for listening to Pre-Snap Podcast, presented by LineStar App. Please like, comment, subscribe, and rate for good karma in your fantasy football game.